Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Yeah, glad to see you. Thanks a lot for your support, and you see that I prepared this video course especially for you. So 30 English topics and conversations, not just short topics, not just short conversations, but quite long, yeah? And you see that for different levels, not only for beginners, but intermediate level and advanced level. So I hope that you'll support this idea with the likes, comments and shares. Thank you very much. And so yeah, really, let's look at the first one. Good. How long have you been learning English? How long have you been learning English? For about 5 years. For about 5 years. For about 5 years. So what's your English level? What's your English level? It's about intermediate. It's about intermediate. Why are you learning English now? Why are you learning English now? Mostly for pleasure, but I also need it for my work. Mostly for pleasure, but I also need it for my work. What about you? What about you? You know, I'm learning English now and I'm doing it very intensely because I really want to get a more well-paid job. Okay? So, you know, I'm learning English now. I'm learning English now. And I'm doing it very intensively. And I'm doing it. Okay, so good. And I'm doing it. So yeah, it's a long conversation but very informative. And I'm doing it very intensively. And I'm doing it very intensively because I want to get a more well-paid job. Intensively. Okay, intensively. Because I want to get a more well-paid job. A more well-paid, yeah, so more and well-paid job. So good. So it's a really nice conversation. So, and I believe that it's a very good idea, you know, to have long conversations. It's what we are doing right now, yeah. So a more well-paid, just it's one word, yeah. But we write it this way. Okay, so as you see, so this lesson or this video course contains, yeah, English conversations for different levels, but not just short conversations, long and very useful English conversations. So English. How long have you been learning English? For about 5 years. Okay. What's your English level? It's about intermediate. Why are you learning English now? Mostly for pleasure, but I also need it for my work. What about you? You know, I'm learning English now and I'm doing it very intensively because I want to get a more well-paid job. Good. Next, foreign languages. Are you keen on foreign languages? Are you keen on foreign languages? Are you keen on foreign languages? Honestly, I'm interested in them, but I can't say that I'm so good at them. Okay? Honestly, I'm interested in them, but I can't say I'm so good at them. I'm so good at them. I perfectly understand. So if you really want to know a foreign language, you need to spend lots of time on it. I perfectly understand. I perfectly understand. If you really want, so if you really want to know a foreign language, you need to spend lots of time on it. You need to spend lots of time on it. I believe in miracles, but not in this case. I believe in miracles, but not in this case. So you really need to be a very hardworking person. You really need to be a very hardworking person to achieve a lot. A very hardworking person to achieve a lot. So, or if you want to achieve a lot, okay, to achieve a lot. So you see, foreign languages. Are you keen on foreign languages? Honestly, I'm interested in them, but I can't say I'm so good at them. I perfectly understand. If you really want, to know a foreign language, you need to spend lots of time on it. I believe in miracles, but not in this case. So you really need to be a very hardworking person to achieve a lot. Okay, so the next thing, learning English online. Okay, so how effective is learning English online from your point of view? How effective is learning English online from your point of view? Frankly speaking, so it can be highly effective and ineffective at the same time. Frankly speaking, it can be highly effective. Highly effective means very effective, highly effective, and ineffective at the same time. And highly effective and ineffective at the same time. So it mostly depends on what you do online. It mostly depends on what you do online. So the problem is that you can spend lots of time on nothing. The problem is that you can spend lots of time on nothing. And there is one more problem. So when you're online, lots of things distract your attention. And there is one more problem. When you are online, so lots of things distract your attention. Lots of things distract your attention. So learning English online. How effective is learning English online from your point of view? Frankly speaking, it can be highly effective and ineffective at the same time. It mostly depends on what you do online. The problem is that you can spend lots of time on nothing. There is one more problem. When you are online, lots of things distract your attention. Speaking. How do you improve your speaking skills? How do you improve your speaking skills? So, do you think you can speak English completely fluently? Do you think you can speak English? You can speak English completely fluently? Unfortunately, I can't say so. Unfortunately, I can't say so. I can't say so. There is still a lot to be done. There is still a lot. There is still a lot to be done. Okay, the more I learn English, the more I realize so how far I am from a very strong advanced level. So the more I learn English, the more I realize how far I am from a strong advanced English level. Okay, speaking. How do you improve your speaking skills? Do you think you can speak English completely fluently? Unfortunately, I can't say so. There is still a lot to be done. So the more I learn English, the more I realize how far I am from a strong advanced English level. Listening. How did you manage to improve your listening skills greatly? How did you manage to improve your listening skills greatly? How did you manage to improve your listening skills greatly? To tell you the truth, I can't say that my listening skills are really great. To tell you the truth, I can't say that my listening skills are really great. Yeah, please don't think so. Please don't think so. Yeah, so it's a joke. So in fact, I'm a very modest person. It's a joke. It's a joke. In fact, I'm a very modest person. I'm a very modest person. You just need to, to listen a lot, and you also need to listen to something and see the text at the same time. You just need to listen a lot, and you also need to listen to something, So no matter what it is, no matter what it is, and see the text at the same time. Yeah. So it's your first step. It's your first step. Good. So listening. How did you manage to improve your listening skills greatly? To tell you the truth, I can't say that my listening skills are really great. Please don't think so. Oh, it's a joke. In fact, I'm a very modest person. You just need to listen a lot, and you also need to listen to something, so no matter what it is, and see the text at the same time, so it's your first step. So, grammar. What can you say about grammar? What can you say about grammar? I know that lots of people find it really boring, but I have to disagree with it. I know lots of people find it really boring, but I have to disagree with it. So if you know, very little about it, so it seems really boring, that's it. If you know very little about it, It seems very boring. It seems very boring. That's it. That's it. We can't deny this fact. We can't deny this fact. You just need to be able to start to understand it, and then everything will be okay. You just need to be able to start. You just need to be able to start to understand it. To start to understand it. And then everything will be okay. And then everything will be okay. I mean that you'll be on friendly terms with it. I mean that you'll be on friendly terms with it. Okay, so grammar. What can you say about grammar? I know lots of people find it really boring, but I have to disagree with it. If you know very little about it, yeah, so it seems very boring, that's it. We can't deny this fact. You just need to be able to start to understand it, and then everything will be okay. I mean that you'll be on friendly terms with it. Okay, vocabulary. How can I widen my vocabulary? How can I widen my vocabulary? Actually, there are different ways. Yeah, there are different ways of how you can do it. Actually, there are different ways of how you can do it. So, as far as I'm concerned, so I believe that there is one very effective method. As far as I'm concerned, I believe there is one very effective method. Okay, you need to start with something simple. And then get to the next level and so on. You need to start with something simple, and then get to the next level, and so on. I know that some people try to learn a list of actually a very long list of words, yeah, in 10 days, for example, but it's a mistake. Things don't work this way. I know that some people want to learn a very long list of words, of English words, okay, of English words. So let's say in 10 days, but it's a mistake. So things don't work this way, okay? But it's a mistake. Things don't work this way. So, vocabulary. How can I widen my vocabulary? Actually, there are different ways of how you can do it. As far as I'm concerned, I believe there is one very effective method. You need to start with something simple and then get to the next level and so on. I know that some people want to learn a very long list of English words, let's say in 10 days, but it's a mistake. Things don't work this way. Traveling. Do you really like traveling? Do you really like traveling? I am fond of it. Traveling is my life. I am fond of it. Traveling is my life. As we all know, traveling broadens our mind. As we all know, traveling broadens our mind. And most importantly, I get real pleasure when I go abroad. And most importantly, I get real pleasure when I go abroad. I'm always full of positive and unforgettable impressions. I'm always full of positive and unforgettable impressions. So traveling. Do you really like traveling? I'm fond of it. Traveling is my life. As we all know, traveling broadens our mind, and most importantly, I get real pleasure when I go abroad. So I'm always full of positive and unforgettable impressions. Okay, next, sport. So what about sport? Does it play a very important role in your life? What about sport? Does it play a very important role in your life? In your life? Sure. I practice sport daily. I practice sport daily. So I want to have, a healthy spirit in a healthy body. I want to have, a healthy spirit in a healthy body. In a healthy body. Frankly, I don't understand people actually who ignore sport. Frankly, I don't understand people who ignore sport. So it's actually it's totally ununderstandable for me. It's totally ununderstandable for me. Ununderstandable for me. Yeah, so I don't know why actually the program underlined this word, but you can check it. Yeah, so this word exists. Yeah, so this word exists. Okay, this word exists. This word exists. This word exists, yeah, but you know that so this video course isn't only for beginners, it is only for people who have an intermediate level, but it's also for people who have a strong advanced level. And I suppose that actually you don't meet this word for the first time and you can check it. So if I'm wrong, please let me know. Yeah, and actually I think that it will be better. Okay, but anyway, yeah, really strange. Okay, so sport. So what about sport? Does it play a very important role in your life? Sure. I practice sport daily. I want to have, a healthy spirit in a healthy body. Frankly, I don't understand people who ignore sport. It's totally ununderstandable for me. So yeah, this word exists. So yeah, please check it. If not, let me know. Okay, so internet. How often do you use the internet? How often do you use the internet? Do you use the internet? Do you use the internet? 2 or 3 hours a day. 2 or 3 hours a day. 2 or 3 hours a day, not more. 2 or 3 hours a day, not more. So I'm afraid, of getting addicted to it. I'm afraid of getting addicted to it. So I try to be very careful, so as careful as possible. So I try to be very careful, as careful as possible. Okay, good. So internet. How often do you use the internet? 2 or 3 hours a day, not more, not more. I'm afraid of getting addicted to it, so I try to be very careful, so as careful as possible. So computer games. So what can you say about computer games? Is it an important part of your life? What can you say about computer games? What can you say about computer games? Is it an important part of your life? Is it an important part of your life? It used to be very important. It used to be. It used to be very important. So used to be, it means that it was very important, but in the past. In the past. So as you guess, everything has changed now. Important. As you guess, everything has changed now. I has changed now. So actually, I don't want actually to play computer games so all day long anymore. Actually, I don't want to play computer games all day long anymore. So computer games, what can you say about computer games? Is it an important part of your life? Yeah. It used to be very important. As you guess, everything has changed now. Actually, I don't want to play computer games all day long anymore. TV. How often do you watch TV? How often do you watch TV? Do you watch TV? I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid. I used to watch it a lot. To watch a lot when I was a kid. When I was a kid, so the choice was very poor at that time. As the choice was very poor at that time. Then you know, internet replaced it. Then you know, internet replaced it. And I prefer to watch what I want and when I want online. And I prefer to watch what I want and when I want online. So TV, how often do you watch TV? I used to watch TV a lot when I was a kid, so as the choice was very poor at that time. Then you know, internet replaced it, and I prefer to watch what I want and when I want online. Holidays. So what holidays do you usually celebrate? What holidays do you usually celebrate? I don't pay much attention to it. I don't pay much attention to it. So it's become a normal thing for me. Attention to it. It's become a normal thing for me. It's become a normal thing for me. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing extraordinary. Okay? So what holidays do you usually celebrate? Extraordinary. Okay? So I don't pay much attention to it. It's become a normal thing for me. Nothing extraordinary. Next, so advanced level. Do you want to have an advanced level in English? Or do you want to have an advanced an advanced level in English. Not necessarily this year. Not necessarily this year. But it doesn't imply I wouldn't like to have it next year. But it doesn't imply I wouldn't like to have it next year. So I'm really determined to have this fantastic result. I'm really determined to have this fantastic result. Advanced level. Do you want to have an advanced level in English? Not necessarily this year, but it doesn't imply I wouldn't like to have it next year. I'm really determined to have this fantastic result. Hobbies. What are your hobbies? I have so many hobbies that you really can't imagine it. I have so many hobbies. I have so many hobbies that you really can't imagine it. I'm a very broad-minded person. I'm a very broad-minded person. I'm a very broad-minded person. And I can talk on any subject as well. And I can talk on any subject as well. So what are hobbies? I have so many hobbies that you really can't imagine it. I'm a very broad-minded person and I can't talk on any subject as well. So problems. Do you have any serious problems at the moment? Do you have any serious problems? Do you have any serious problems at the moment? I don't think so. I don't think so. I believe I am capable of solving all my problems by myself. I just need to find the right solution. I believe I'm capable of solving all my problems by myself. I just need to find the right solution. I just need to find the right solution. Problems. Do you have any serious problems at the moment? I don't think so. I believe I'm capable of solving all my problems by myself. I just need to find the right solution. Business. Have you ever wanted to start up your own business? Have you ever wanted to start up? You have to say to start up your own business. Your own business. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. I can't get this idea out of my head. I can't get this idea out of my head. I just don't know, how to create, a highly profitable business. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know how to create a highly profitable business. or a commercially viable project, or a commercially viable project. So business. Have you ever wanted to start up your own business? I'm still thinking about it. I can't get this idea out of my head. I can't get this idea out of my head. I just don't know how to create a highly profitable business or a commercially viable project. English teacher. So what can you say about your English teacher? What can you say about your English teacher? Shortly, I wish I had another one. Shortly, I wish I had another one. So, as you see, or as you might see, I'm not satisfied with my result at all. As you see, I'm not satisfied. I am not satisfied with my result at all. And it borders on the ridiculous. Taken into account the fact. Ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous. Sorry. Taken into account the fact. That I've been learning English for 5 years. That I've been learning English for 5 years. English teacher. What can you say about your English teacher? Shortly, I wish I had another one. As you see, I'm not satisfied with my result at all, and it borders on the ridiculous, taking into account the fact that I've been learning English for 5 years. So, English in our life. So, what role does English play in your life? What role does English play in your life? You know, most of my friends live abroad. And I have to communicate with them using English. And I have to communicate with them using English. So you can make a simple conclusion that I can't do without it. So you can make a simple conclusion that I can't do without it. So English in our life. What role does English play in your life? So most of my friends live abroad and I have to communicate with them using English. So you can make a simple conclusion that I can't do without it. Sport in our life. So what about sport? When I was young, I wanted to become a sportsman. When I was young, I wanted to become a sportsman, but then I gave up that idea. And I think that actually I made the right choice. And I think that actually I made the right choice. I made the right choice. So, to be a healthy person, you don't necessarily need to be a sportsman. To be a healthy person, you don't necessarily need to be a sportsman. Okay? So sport in our life. What about sport? When I was young, I wanted to become a sportsman, but then I gave up that idea, and I think that actually I made the right choice. So to be a healthy person, you don't necessarily need to be a sportsman. Okay, next, my house. Do you live in a house or a flat? Do you live in a house or a flat? I live in a house. I live in a house. I've got used to it. I've got used to it. It's become my lifestyle. It's become my lifestyle. Simply enough, living in a flat doesn't suit me. Simply enough, living in a flat doesn't suit me. I can name, a huge list of disadvantages related to it. I can name a huge list of disadvantages related to it. Disadvantages related to it. So my house. Do you live in a house or a flat? I live in a house. I've got used to it. It's become my lifestyle. Simply enough, living in a flat doesn't suit me. I can name a huge list of disadvantages related to it. My flat. How do you find your flat? How do you find your flat? It's very cozy. Despite the fact that it isn't so large. Despite the fact that it isn't so large. It isn't so large. Clearly, I wish I had a larger flat. I wish I had a larger flat. So my flat. How do you find your flat? It's very cozy, despite the fact that it isn't so large. So clearly, I wish I had a larger flat. My room. Do you like your room? Do you like your room? Not really. What's the problem? I need a more spacious room. I need a more spacious room. Why can't you change it? Why can't you change it? I could change it very easily if I were renting it. I could change it very easily if I were renting it, but it isn't the case. If I were renting it, but it isn't the case. But it isn't the case, or it isn't so. So my room. Do you like your room? Not really. What's the problem? I need a more spacious room. Why can't you change it? I could change it very easily if I were renting it, but it isn't the case. School. What do you think about your school? What do you think about your school? Well, do you want me to give you a definite answer? Do you want me to give you a definite answer? A definite answer, if possible. I don't think that. I don't really think. I don't really think that our system of education is perfect. I don't really think that our system of education is perfect. So, school. What do you think about your school? Well, do you want me to give you a definite answer? If possible. I don't really think that our system of education is perfect. University. Do you go to school or university? Do you go to school or university? I go to university. I go to university. And my major is business. And my major is business. My major is business. So university, do you go to school or university? I go to university and my major is business. It means I study business there. Career. So, are you really serious about making a career? Are you really serious? Are you really serious about making a career? About making a career? There is nothing funny about it. There is nothing funny. There is nothing funny about it. I'd like to move up the career ladder and reach its top. I'd like to move up the career ladder and reach its top. So, career. Are you really serious about making a career? There is nothing funny about it. I'd like to move up the career ladder and reach its top. Relationships. Are you dating with someone at the moment? Are you dating with someone at the moment? Actually not. Actually not. Are you looking for a girlfriend? Are you looking for a girlfriend? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You know, it usually takes time to find our second half. It usually takes time to find or to meet our second half. So, a girl of my dream. A girl of my dream. Okay? So, relationships. Are you dating with someone at the moment? Actually not. Yeah? Are you looking for a girlfriend? Yes, I am. You know, it usually takes time to meet our second half, so a girl of my dream. Okay, next. So, friends. Do you have many good friends? Do you have many good friends? Sure. The thing is that I'm a very sociable person and I'm very easygoing. Sure. The thing is that I'm a very sociable person. A very sociable person, and I'm very easygoing. And I'm very easygoing. Okay, so friends, do you have many good friends? Sure. The thing is that I'm a very sociable person and I'm very easygoing. Love. Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, it's a philosophical issue. It's a philosophical issue. Philosophical. Yeah, we say philosophy. And it's a philosophical issue. To my mind, yeah, it's something beyond my understanding. To my mind, it's something beyond my understanding. It's something beyond my understanding. So, love. Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, it's a philosophical issue. To my mind, it's something beyond my understanding. Education. Do you think that everyone needs to get a good education? Do you think that everyone needs to get a good education? Well, all in all, or it means all things considered, if you really want to be successful in life, if you really want to be highly successful, very successful or highly successful means very, very successful in life, successful, yeah, double C, double S, successful in life. What is also a relative notion? What's also a relative notion? So what's also a relative notion? It can be a huge advantage. Meanwhile, don't think advantage. Meanwhile, don't think it can replace everything. No way. It can replace everything. No way. There are many other things which weigh much more in total. There are many other things. There are many other things which weigh much more in total. Weigh much more in total. So yeah, I believe that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I believe you know what I'm talking about. Okay, really, education. Do you think that everyone needs to get a good education? Well, all in all things considered, if you really want to be highly successful in life, so what's also a relative notion, so it can be a huge advantage. Meanwhile, don't think it can replace everything. No way. There are many other things which weigh much more in total. Yeah, and I really hope that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, one more time. Yeah, I won't stop repeating this. Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, for your idea. Of recording these 30 English conversations and topics at the same time, for different levels, not just for beginners, but intermediate and advanced level. And as you see, so all these conversations are full of very useful grammar structures and useful vocabulary for these levels. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. And I wish you good luck. Bye.